Good evening, everyone. My name is Leo. In honor of this place and of my DNA, I thought I'd tell you about my audition for Moulin Rouge, the secret cinema immersive version. Now, I know that Moulin Rouge, the musical, is coming to the West End next year, so if you guys know the producers or the casting directors, please consider this my official application. So I reached the finals for Moulin Rouge by sheer luck of knowing the audition pianist. It was Matheson Bailey. We worked together before, so he suggested I do a quirky comedy number to show my quirky comedy side. And so, trouble was, for the first time in my entire career, I had forgotten my rep at home. Not to fear though, Matheson Bailey, as some of you may know, is a freak of nature who speaks several dozen languages and can play any song that he's heard once before. So I asked if he could do the Rough Shape to Poisoning Pigeons in the Park by Tom Lehrer, which is a quite complex comedy song, and then he paused, said yes, and then proceeded to play Pigeons in the Park without a hitch. So through that, I managed to get to the finals, where they asked me to tell an anecdote in character. So I chose an anecdote that happened to my dad. Now, most of you must have realized by now that I am, in fact, French, and I apologize. How French, you ask? Well, my dad is a mime. That's not a joke, it's true. He was trained by Marcel Marceau. So again, yeah, it's true. So now he's converted into being an actor and using his words as well as his hand coordination to communicate things. But at the time he was a mime, and this is what happened to him. Should I tell the anecdote in the French accent to really get us in the mood? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Bonjour, baguette. Bonjour. Okay. So my dad is a mime, and at the time he's busking on the piazza of the Centre Pompidou, you know, the museum in Paris. And do you know what? I'm going to play some Edith Piaf at the piano to really get us into the French mood. Is that okay? Nice. Now with a... Can I get a ho ho ho? Can I get a ho ho ho? You're racist. So my dad is busking on the piazza of the Centre Pompidou. And when he saw a lady that tickled his fancy, he would come up to her and say, hey, I'm going to do the dishes at yours tonight. And that's how he would get, you know, her address, which is not creepy at all. So one day he does his busking and he sees a lady that tickles his fancy. So he comes up to her and says, hey, I'm going to do the dishes at yours tonight. And she says, hey, why not? And so she gives him, you know, her address, and then she goes. So my dad still has a few rounds of busking to finish. So, you know, he gets through these very quickly, and as soon as they're finished, he dashes for the address without taking care of removing his clown makeup. Knocks at the door eagerly, awakes, the door opens, and this giant hairy man is standing in the door. My dad is starting to get nervous. He's thinking of something to say, and then he hears a familiar voice from inside the apartment. It's the lady. And she says, oh, don't worry, chérie, it's the clown. He's gonna do the dishes for us. So here is my dad, in full clown makeup, doing the dishes for the lady he hoped to seduce, while she's lazing in bed with her actual boyfriend. My dad finished the dishes, excused himself, left the apartment, and he never used that technique ever again. La lune trop blême pose un diadème sur tes cheveux roux. La lune trop rousse de gloire éclabousse ton jupon plein de trous. La lune trop pâle caresse l'opale de tes yeux blasés. Princesse de la rue, sois la bienvenue dans mon cœur brisé. The stairway's up to winds of the Moulin shelter you and I. Ma petite mendigote, je sens ta menace qui cherche ma main. Je sens ta poitrine et la taille fine, j'oublie mon chagrin. Je sens sur tes lèvres une odeur de fièvre, de gosse mal nourri. Et sous tes caresses, je sens une ivresse m'anéantie. The stairways up to la Butte can make the wretched sigh, while windmill rings of the Moulin shelter you and I. Et voilà qu'il flotte, et la lune trotte, nos princesses aussi. Sous le ciel sans lune, je pleure à la brune, mon rêve évanoui. Les escaliers de la Butte sont durs aux miséreux. Les ailes du moulin ont-elles les armes?